Okay, the next guideline that we're going to look at for ICD-10 PCS is multiple procedures B3.2d, which states the intended root operation is attempted using one approach but is converted to a different approach. And when that happens, we have to code both. Because if we don't, that doesn't completely explain the procedure. So, the example that we're going to use is laparoscopic cholecystectomy with conversion to an open cholecystectomy, which this is common. It's not as common as it used to be, but it is a common thing. So, what was, at the end of the day, the actual intent of our procedure? It was to remove the gallbladder, right? That was what we were going to do. We were just going to remove the gallbladder, get the whole thing out of there. Do we take part of the gallbladder out? No, we always remove the whole gallbladder, okay? So now we've got to decide what our root operation is. So let's get out our flip bits. And again, Hogan Academy, fantastic. And let's look. Take out some or all of a body part. Well, your gallbladder is a body part, and we're taking out all of it, so let's take a peek. And here, what do we have? Well, excision says it's a portion of a body part, so it doesn't fit excision. But resection says cutting out or off without replacement all of a body part. Okay? That is what we have done. So we now know that our root operation is resection, and the character for that is T. So let's just go ahead and put resection. And we're just going to put this here as a T. And then what we'll do is we're going to write open chole and lap chole, because we've done two, haven't we? Okay, so let's go ahead and put our sections here, our character spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, we know that no matter what, whether we do it laparoscopically or open, we were still going to take out the gallbladder. So we know that our third character is going to be T for both, right? We know that 0 is going to be our first character. Now we have to decide what our body system is. Now, when you're looking at this, let's get out our little piece of paper here. What body system is the gallbladder actually part of? Is it part of, some people may want to say that it's part of the GI system. Some people may want to say it's a part of another system. So this is an instance where you really need to understand what you're looking at. So let's take a look at our handy dandy little anatomy book here, okay? And what do we have? Well, right here we have a great big picture of the liver, don't we? And if we look, the liver, right behind there, very faintly, you can see the gallbladder, okay? Now let's do a little more looking. I'll just go to one other page and see if it gives us any information. And here we're talking about the gallbladder. When we get to the gallbladder, it's all to do with the liver. So, what are we going to assume here? We're assuming that the gallbladder is part of the hepatobiliary and pancreas. And what does the clue that you have for that is, what does your gallbladder produce? It produces bile. So we have hepatobiliary, okay? So we're going to write here hepatobiliary and pancreas. And we know that that is character F. So that tells us that we're going to have F as our second character for both, right? Now our body part is what? Our body part is the gallbladder. Our approach, we actually have two, don't we? We have one that was laparoscopic, and we have one that was open. Did we have a device? No. Do we have a qualifier? Probably not, but we don't know for sure yet. So we're just going to fill in the device, our sixth character, okay? Now, here's the question that a lot of people will have. How do I know which one is going to be primary? Well, obviously the one that you finished with that's the most resource intensive is going to be your principal or your primary diagnosis. That's going to be your open cholecystectomy. So this will be listed primary or principal. This will be listed secondary as the lap chole. So let's go ahead and start with the open. Let's get our code book. And we're going to look at resection, right? Because again, we look up by our main term is our root operation. Our subterms are the body part. So let's look up resection. And we want to look up gallbladder. Okay. And what do we have here? Gallbladder. Can you see that? It says gallbladder 0FT4. 0FT4. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to write 0 right up here in the corner, 0FT4, because I don't want to forget. Okay, so I'm going to go to that table, 0F. And here we have 0FT right here. Okay. All right, 0FT4. So 0FT4, cutting out, we did the resection, that's what we did, gallbladder. Then we have what? We don't have any more gallbladder down here. So it's going to have to be in this row. So we have gallbladder, we have 0 for open, right? So we have 0. We have Z for no device. Oh, you know what I did? I didn't put my 4 in here. So that should be a 4. It's very easy to do that. See? Everybody does it. Okay, 0FT, there we go. And then we do not have a qualifier. So for the open, our code is 0FT4, 0ZZ. Okay? Now we've got to go back and do the lap chole. So these are all going to be the same. 0FT4, I'm going to put that in now so that I don't forget. But now our approach has changed to the percutaneous endoscopic, which becomes 4. We have no device, and our qualifier is Z. So for the laparoscopic cholecystectomy or your secondary, it's 0FT44ZZ. And that, my dear friends, is how you code a laparoscopic procedure converted to an open.